What is up, my puffer people? It is I, Kane, your puffer pal, back with another video, and today I'm doing a tier list of the 3D Mario games, because 3D Mario games are some of my favorite games ever made, and I know you're thinking, oh no, Kane, does this mean we're not getting a scripted video? We are. It's coming. And hopefully the next coming days, but for now I figured to hold you guys over until then, give you guys a little fun little side video. It won't be too long, but a fun little video. And if you enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel because it would help out a ton. Now let's get into this. Okay, let's start off with, Bowser's Fury I haven't played yet, so I'm just going to put it like in make. Actually, I'll just make this. Haven't played, because I only really need 4 tiers anyway. So, let's start off with a hot take. Super Mario 64 B tier. Listen, I'll put it A. Yeah, it's A. I'm going to put Super Mario 64 DS. I do. They're basically the same for me. I do think these games are Our Super Mario 64 is overrated. I'm going to say it. Honestly, Super Mario 64, don't get me wrong, it's fun. It really is. Like, Super Mario 64 is a great game. But I think because of nostalgia, it's reached this point where people praise it more than actually fairly, looking at it. People just look at it as, oh, it's Mario 64, and they're like, yeah, it's a great game. When, don't get me wrong, it is a great game. But it's also lackluster compared to almost every other game here. Since then, Mario and Nintendo have gone very experimental. And even when it doesn't work perfectly, like in Mario Sunshine, I always appreciate it. I like what they've did in Mario Odyssey. I love in Mario Galaxy the different galaxy gimmicks. And while Super Mario 64 is a great game, it also at times feels plain. Because not even, I love the classic Mario, so I'm not going to complain about that. I'm more going to complain that it feels like they could have done more. None of the levels feel too, creative and awesome. You got a sand level, you got a lava level. In Super Mario Galaxy, there are some really cool levels. Even the water levels, there are some really cool levels. There's a level where it's like a beehive and you become a bee. That's interesting and really unique and cool. In Super Mario Odyssey, you have a literal world that's like food and lunch. It's sick. In Super Mario Sunshine, well, its worlds aren't as creative because you still have cool stuff like a theme park, you know? Mario 64 feels like they took the 2D Mario formula and just converted it into 3D, whereas the other ones all feel like a fresh 3D experience. On top of that, Super Mario 64, I think the DS improves this, but Super Mario 64, it feels like the bosses are lackluster. There are some cool bosses, don't get me wrong. The sand guy, hand-eye guy is cool. King Bob-omb's really easy. The King Womp guy's really easy. And then you got all Bowser boss fights. Whereas at least in Super Mario Galaxy, they actually really are cool with how they switch up with Bowser Jr. and Bowser. So you still get Bowser boss fights, but the Bowser Jr. boss fights are really unique and fun, I gotta say. On top of that, the level design is cool, don't get me wrong. I really like some levels. I love Shifting Sandlands. Shifting Sandlands is cool, the pyramid and everything. But, people complain. People, worship these levels, but none of them are, in my opinion, that, interesting. I'm never gonna love, even Shifting Sandlands, it's after you've played it, you're like, okay, that's kind of cool, but there's not that much to explore in this. And one final note about Super Mario 64, of course, is it feels, outdated, I'm going to say it. Even with, the metal cap and everything, it feels like there's and the wing cap, specifically, it feels like they were, tests and, people, and then they realized they weren't good. They really didn't bring back, in Super Mario Galaxy, they brought back the flying, but they made it better, at least, you know what I'm saying? It feels, and like the level designs and everything just feels old and outdated to me. I mean, I feel like if you were judging it for the time, it's S tier, but if you're looking at it overall against other 3D Mario games, it's gotta be A tier. Super Mario Sunshine, I will put in B tier because I gotta be fair. Super Mario Sunshine, great game. Great game. But if I'm being fair, it's not as good as Super Mario 64. Like I said, I do really appreciate that they tried something new with FLUDD. And I do think FLUDD is a cool idea, but there's a reason a lot of people like the FLUDDless levels so much. Like, I've heard from a good amount of people that those are some of their favorite levels. Because at the end of the day, although FLUDD is cool, it's a gimmick, and it's not a great gimmick. Whereas Galaxy, they found a lot of fun and creative ways to build around the gravity mechanic. With Sunshine, it feels like FLUDD at times just made it to where the level design became worse because they were trying to force it onto you. And like, even then, like, every Mario game, I feel like, has had like the gimmicks and like weird stuff. Like, you have the wing cap and stuff. Like, this has some weird ones. Like, you have like a level where you have to go on like a manta ray and like surf, which is kind of similar to Mario Galaxy, but way worse in my opinion. And just like, FLUDD is cool, but at the end of the day, there's a reason they never brought it back. Just like the wing cap, it just was not. It was a cool idea, but in execution, it just isn't the best. Add to that, although Isla Delfina, is that what it's called, is a cool place, a cool hub, out of every 3D game that has a hub, which is Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Galaxy 2, it's easily the least memorable for me. Like, I'll always remember Planet, the spaceship, the observatory, and Peach's Castle over Isla Delfina. It's the biggest one. But it's kind of just, I don't know, it's just like a generic island setting. It doesn't feel very Mario. And that's actually one of my biggest complaints about this game. This game, to me, doesn't feel Mario, because it feels like Mario went to the beach, which is basically what the story is. But I feel like Mario Goes to the Beach isn't as fun as just Mario, if you know what I'm saying. I would, like, the levels become kind of boring because they feel like they're like the ghost level. It feels like, what? Okay, we're in a ghost house now that was randomly on a beach. Like, it feels like because you're in the beach, it kind of feels like the levels don't make as much contextualization-wise sense. And that the levels are more bland. Like, they're still, in my opinion, cooler than Mario 64 for the most part, just because Mario 64 has a lot of levels that are boring, but I'd still probably prefer to play Mario 64 because at least I'm getting different types of levels more than just beach. You know what I'm saying? Why do I keep saying that? And to kind of finish off on Mario Sunshine, I hate the fact that you have to do the Shadow Mario at the end of everything. Like, and I get why they made you do that, but I love the freedom you have in, like, all the other 3D games that you could do whatever you want. Heck, in Mario Odyssey, you could literally beat the game without jumping because of how much freedom they give you and what moons you could collect. That's sick. In Mario Galaxy, you could get secret, you could get whatever you want. You're not forced to get every star in every level, which I love that freedom, and that's part of the appeal of 3D Mario games. So being forced to do that kind of takes away from that appeal. Okay, what came out next? Mario Galaxy. S tier. Easy S tier. Easy S tier. Mario Galaxy is one of my favorite video games of all time, quite possibly my favorite. It's just, in my opinion, the perfect game. I don't really have many complaints for it. I don't think, obviously it's not truly perfect, but I hardly have any complaints for it. Like, obviously, I'll real quick get out what people love to hate on: the motion controls. I like them. I actually had a lot of fun with riding the manta ray, surfing. The ball, I actually love the ball. I know this can sound insane. I think the ball levels, for as gimmicky as they are are a blast. I have a really fun time whenever I load up one of those levels because they're really like cool and fun. I think they're unique. I think it's a whole different style that adds a lot of substance to the game. And I like the surfing too. And even the bubble levels, they're my least favorite of the gimmicky kind of motion controlled ones. They're still really fun. I still have a great time. Then add on to that, Mario Galaxy has killer villain boss fights. You've got Bowser Jr. boss fights that are a lot of fun. Like you have the first one is actually really memorable for me. Some of the best Bowser boss fights in the game. King Caliente, then Petey Piranha. What's the mole's guy's name? You know who I'm talking about? The mole. He's really cool. You have the beetle. I love that beetle boss fight. I think they're a lot of fun, these boss fights. Then, of course, you got the whole storyline of, well, it's still the Mario storyline. You actually get a lot of backstory for Rosalina through the library, which I actually really like that you're getting lore in a Mario game. That's cool. You don't usually get that. So that is very cool. Then, what else? I'm trying to do... Sorry. Oh, yeah. Then you have the fact that it's so subtle, but the fact that they added Luigi playable after you collect every star is just a nice incentive to collect every star. They don't force you to, like Mario Sunshine, but they let you, and then you get rewarded for it, which I love. And again, another complaint I had with Mario Sunshine was the levels are too same. Mario Galaxy doesn't have that issue. Mario Galaxy, obviously, I've heard people complain that, oh, you never get attached to one level as much because there's more levels. I love that. It adds so much diversity. And even though you're in space for every level still feels so different. You have, like, Space Junk Galaxy. That's this cool, like, galaxy full of different, like, junk and stuff. You have Battle Rock Galaxy. Is that what it's called? That's literally like a fortress. Then you have, like, the Bee Galaxy, like I talked about earlier. You have a Toy Galaxy, which is awesome. There's just so much diversity in it that it's so fun. And I've played through this game so many times, and I always am excited to play through again. Another thing I didn't mention with either of these, challenge. I think Mario Galaxy has some really challenging stars, which I enjoy. Mario Sunshine does have some challenging shines, but like a lot of them are challenging not because they're challenging, but more because of gimmicks, like the slot machine thing or the leaf level. The leaf level is hard, but I don't like it. I don't respect it because it's not a good type of challenge, in my opinion. And just same with the pinball machine and then Mario 64 doesn't really have many hard levels, if I'm being honest. Mario Galaxy has some very hard levels, in my opinion. You have like a level where you have to collect purple coins in 60 seconds. That's a fun one. You have one where you have to collect the purple coins in the Space Galaxy in the last observatory. That one's a challenge. You have Luigi's purple coins, I believe. Is that what it's called? Everyone hates that one. I don't hate it. I love it. I think it's fun. I love the challenge. There's just no feeling, in my opinion, better than playing Mario Galaxy. It's just a blast. I don't know which came out first. I'm going to do Mario 3D Land because this is the shortest I have. I'm going to put and say I don't have a lot to say about this because I don't find it that memorable. It's C because it's kind of just a 2D Mario game but made 3D. Mario 3D World did that, but I'll talk about that because I think it's way better. This game's just like, it doesn't feel unique. It doesn't have the charm that the rest do. It literally just feels like you took a 2D game, made no changes except making it like 3D, adapting it to 3D. And I'm not a fan of that. Okay, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Sorry, you 3D land lovers. I don't have a lot to say. S tier, great game. Easy S tier, really. It's a perfect follow-up to Mario Galaxy 1. I don't know if I think it's quite as good, but it's definitely arguably up there. They added Yoshi. They added just so much to it. They added the green stars after, so you can go back and collect more. It's awesome. So basically, let me break down why I love this game so much. Again, boss fights are just once again sick. They have another Petey or Baby Piranha, whatever you want to call it, which is fun again. You get to fight a bunch of the bosses from the first game. You have Gobblegut, who's a lot of fun. You have better Bowser Jr. in fights, in my opinion, including the level where you have to climb his machine with Cloud Mario, which is a lot of fun, and the one where you have to shoot bullet bills at him. Those are two that really stick in my mind. Unfortunately, I don't remember the names. Bowser fights are once again really banger, dude, and the level design once again is sick. There are cool, even cooler power-ups in my opinion in this game. Cloud Mario's sick. The Rock Mario is so fun in my opinion. And the gimmicks, once again, are fun. I think they have the ball bag, which I enjoy. I actually enjoy the bird, too. I think it's a lot of fun. Level design, though, is, it's peak. It's goated in this game. They have, a throwback galaxy where it's Super Mario 64, Thwomp's Fortress again. They have a galaxy that is, I'm trying to remember them. Oh, they have the one where it's, the different gravity. I really like that one, where, the different, directions of gravity. That's a cool one. They have the Rock Galaxy that I really like. I really like the one where you have to use Climbing Yoshi. I think that's a fun way to implement power-ups into level design. It's really cool, in my opinion. Story-wise, it's basically the same as Mario Galaxy 2. Galaxy 1... Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser into space. You know how it be. Although I do like how we get a little observatory at the end. That's a fun little addition. And just the stars are really fun. It's so good. Great game, great game. Mario 3D World, A tier. Now let me break down why 3D World is better than 3D Land. First off, Cat Mario goated power-up. Cat Mario feels like a 3D Mario power-up. It's fun, it's interesting, and something you really wouldn't see in 2D. Sure, they implemented it into 2D in Mario Maker, but it doesn't feel like a 2D Mario creation. It feels like a 3D Mario creation. Then, the multiplayer in this game is the best Mario multiplayer ever. It's so fun. I have never had more fun than playing this in multiplayer. No joke, it's so good, dude. It is so good. Why am I saying this? Well, because it is just, it's fun because, A, you get to cooperate with your friends and try to beat Mario levels, but it's also a competition because at the end, you get points based on what stuff you did in the level, and the person with the most points gets a crown. So I would remember me and my friends would spend hours playing this game, and just after each level, seeing who got the crown was so fun, and it would be a competition. Obviously we would work together to try to win, but we would also compete. So it was a really fun dynamic of, oh, I want to help my teammate so we can beat this level, but I also need to get that green star maybe so I can get the crown and they don't. And if you can carry the crown all the way to the end, you got 20,000 points. And so it's you don't want them to keep the crown. So sometimes I would kill my teammates on purpose. Oh, it was so fun. And then just the level design. I know the level design realistically may not be much better than 3D Land, but it still feels more creative in my opinion. And the bosses are definitely better. They introduced some really cool bosses into this game, actually. They had, I'm trying to recall, if I recall correctly, we had the glob guy, who, transformed into different blobs. We had the, aristocrat worm things. Those were cool. Motley Blob, is that his name? I think, the blob guy. And then we had a cool rock enemy who was actually a lot of fun. So Super Mario 3D World is really, in my opinion, what Mario 3D Land should have been to begin with. It was kind of it was a 3D game in the 2D style that still felt like a 3D game and had all the heart of the 3D games while adding some unique stuff of its own, like multiplayer and fun power-ups. Mario Odyssey, our final 3D Mario game. Gotta throw it in C tier. Just kidding, it's S tier. Easily S tier, dude. Mario Odyssey is such a good game. Where do I start? Creative world design. The world design in this game is sick. We have a kingdom that's a Luncheon Kingdom. We have a Hat Kingdom. Like, what? That's sick. We have a prehistoric dinosaur kingdom. We have we have the generic snow kingdom, which is still cool. We have a beach kingdom that's sick, by the way. One of the best beach levels ever. I forget which one it is. And then we literally go to the moon. Also, Bowser's kingdom is sick. We literally go to the moon. Like, what? That is sick, dude, going to the moon. And there's like 900 moons, by the way, which I think is sick. I actually prefer the 900 moons that you could find like all over the place over the stars, because you constantly feel this sense of progression. Although it's like the same length at the end of the day, but you feel like you're progressing more because every like few minutes you're getting a new star. You might not go like 20 minutes without a star. And I'm sure that in Mario Galaxy, you might not go 20 minutes without a star, but you're going to go a decently long time without a star in like some other games. Whereas with this, you could literally get a star so quickly, a moon so quickly. It's so fun. And they found a way to, because of this, they became very creative with their star moons. Like, there are some moons placed in very creative places. Like, even like the bench one is pretty fun, that you have to sit on a bench and talk to a guy in order to get a moon. That's pretty sick. I think that's actually a really fun idea for a moon. And obviously there are some gimmicks I don't love, like the jump rope, but I still even enjoyed it. And obviously that's not even touching on Cappy. Cappy, I think, was such a cool idea. Being able to become the different enemies in Mario games and use them for different, like, not gimmicks, but like waves is cool. Using the birds to poke and flick yourself. Using the caterpillars to like stretch and get different places. Using the water guys to shoot yourself across like a world is really fun. And I think added a lot of cool ways to implement that into the game. Of course, boss-wise, we had some really fun bosses. We had the boss where you become a literal tank and shoot it. We had the different bunnies, which I actually had a lot of fun with. The bunnies became a tank. A fun boss fight as Bowser, which led up to becoming Bowser, which was a lot of fun. Then I just feel like because of Cappy, the platforming just feels so tight in this game. Like, in Mario can do jumps that are sick, and like you always like could dream of doing. Like, oh my god, I wish I could do that. And you can finally do it. It's sick. It is sick. And just 100%ing this game is so satisfying. I 100% it. It was probably one of the most satisfying moments of my life. Overall, I love all these games, I will say, but this is my ranking. These three reign supreme. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. Scripted video coming soon. Hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, my puffer people, stay puffed.